at this local pumpkin patch, you can pick your own pumpkin, of course, get lost on the biggest corn maze, and of course, you cannot forget about the food. It's now officially open through the 31st.
Yeah, so let's check back in with Dina first. She's having a blast at this pumpkin patch, and we're trying to find out how tall the corn has grown. Uh-oh, are you lost?
You guys, I'm so scared. You guys, 42 acres, 42. This is going to take at least an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours to get through, and we clearly don't have time for that, but we will make some time for Good Day because we are at the world's largest corn maze, and yes, we wanted to show you how tall it is. Remember, I'm 5 feet. What do you think? About 8 feet? 8 feet tall? Almost 2 Dinas. That's how tall the corn maze is. Okay, joining us this morning, we have Seth Cooley, and I've been looking at the maze. This is so impressive what you all have been able to do out here this season. So thanks so much for having us. 42 acres, and I want to show some of the drone video just to start because you don't really get the perspective from the ground level of what it looks like. Talk to me about how you make this. How is this sausage made?
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people think that we come out here once it's time to open and we just start cutting all this crazy tall corn with machetes, but we actually don't do that. We're a lot smarter than that. And the reason is we plant the whole field solid of corn, and then once it's about 6 inches tall, we come through and we cut just where the trail is. So what people don't realize as they're driving by us on Highway 80 for all these months is the corn maze has been growing with them out here.
Yes.
So we don't really know what it's gonna look like from the sky until it is fully mature and grown, like it does now. But yeah, that's our little secret to making our life a little bit easier and the cutting.
42 acres of corn maze would be a lot to have to go and machete hatch through.
Exactly.
And then also, there's a reason why you wanted to keep this field green a little bit later. This is kind of later in the season for corn, right? So what's the corn going to be used for, and what's the purpose of it staying green?
Yeah, so a lot of corn that you see in this area is grown for grain. They harvest the kernels themselves. You see like a big combine, but this instead, since we plant it so much later to stay green through the holiday, through the
fall season.
The fall season. It's going to be cut down using a silage machine, and it gets mulched up. The entire stalk and all become feed for cattle.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a different process, but they are able to do that while the corn is still green versus the other grain type of harvest has to be dry for the corn.
Okay, see, so there's a reason why it had to stay this color and where it's going. I love it. Okay, and then also I want to talk about the fallen officer Matthew Bowen. Some of the proceeds, actually all the proceeds from one of the fundraisers you're doing this year, going back to his family. So let's talk about how people can support the Bowen family.
Yeah, so on our website we have a t-shirt that we made just for supporting the Bowen family, and you can order those. They are being made in Georgia, so be mindful of any delays that they might be facing due to Hurricane Helene. However, we were just so heartbroken when the news broke that what happened to Officer Bowen. You know, he was a Vacaville PD officer, but his family lives in Dixon. So Dixon is still a very small, tight-knit community here, and our hearts just go out to them and their family. We know that they're going to be dealing with this loss for the rest of their lives. It's not going to be something that's over soon. So we wanted to pay tribute to that and really honor him and what he did for everyone in this community.
Absolutely. I love that you're doing that. All right, so you can go on to Cool Patch Pumpkin's website if you want to get more information about how you can do that. They are open now for the season. I'm going to get out of the sun a little bit. Open for the season until October 31st. Do you want to finish walking the maze with me for a little while?
Sure, let's go.
All right, we're going to attempt this one more time, guys.
Dina, are you on the noon today?
If I don't come back.
I was like, are you on the noon today? Because
I'm sure not. That would be Mr. Garcia, my friend. So if I don't come back, just know I'm in Dixon.
Okay, somewhere in Dixon. Thanks, Dina.